Behind the bustling streets and romantic movie scenes lies a world full of strange and fascinating things that might just leave you speechless. From not being allowed to write a living person's name in red ink to five-star hotels for pets, and even a museum dedicated to toilets. Let's explore 18 things that might give you a bit of culture shock, but will definitely make you fall in love with Korea in a whole new way. The surprise is waiting at number 8. Don't use red ink to write a living person's name. Did you know that in South Korea, writing the name of a living person in red ink is a huge taboo? It's not just a small cultural detail, but deeply rooted in spiritual beliefs. Traditionally, Koreans use red ink to write the names of the deceased because red is believed to ward off evil spirits. So, if you accidentally use red ink to write the name of a friend, teacher, or anyone who's still alive, it could be seen as a curse, or at the very least, extremely disrespectful. The story behind this superstition reflects the intersection between folk beliefs and modern life in Korea, a place where seemingly tiny gestures can carry profound meanings, leaving visitors amazed. Have you ever encountered a surprising cultural taboo while traveling abroad? Share it with me in the comments below. And that's just the beginning. There are many more unique surprises ahead, including how Koreans sleep at night. Beds aren't the only option. When you step into a traditional Korean home, don't be surprised if you don't see any beds. Instead, you might find a thin mattress neatly folded and stored in the closet. That's called a yo, an essential part of many households' lifestyle. In charming hanok houses, many Koreans still sleep directly on the floor, partly because the floors are equipped with a traditional heating system called ondol. In winter, warmth radiates from the floor, making sleeping on it even cozier than a luxury bed. For travelers, experiencing a floor sleep in a traditional hanok is an unforgettable part of discovering Korea. It's not just about sleeping, it's about connecting with East Asian cultural roots. And that's not the only charming habit you'll spot on the streets. There's a super cute trend that'll make anyone turn their heads. Matching couple outfits are everywhere. If you ever wander through lively districts like Myeongdong, Hongdae, or Gangnam in Seoul, you'll easily spot couples wearing perfectly coordinated outfits, walking hand in hand like they've just stepped out of a romantic drama. This is couple fashion, a hugely popular dating culture in Korea. From identical t-shirts, matching jeans, and sneakers, to phone cases, beanies, and even pajamas. Korean couples aren't shy about expressing their love sweetly and publicly through fashion. For Koreans, dressing alike isn't just a way to say we belong together, but also shows harmony, closeness, and makes their love stand out in public. Some couples even schedule professional photo shoots or celebrate relationship milestones with matching gifts. Would you dare to dress in matching outfits with your special someone? Comment below to see how many bold couples are out there. As bold as fashion is in expressing love, Koreans take transformation to the next level with something even more dramatic. Cosmetic surgery is a daily thing. Did you know? In South Korea, cosmetic surgery isn't just common. It's almost considered a part of growing up for many young people. Double eyelid surgery, nose reshaping, jawline sculpting. While these might be taboo in other countries, in Korea, they're seen as totally normal. In fact, many Korean youths view cosmetic enhancements as a fresh start, especially after graduating from high school or before entering university or the workforce. Seoul is often dubbed the plastic surgery capital of Asia, with thousands of high-end clinics, particularly around Gangnam. It's not just locals, international visitors also come here for makeovers, thanks to advanced technology and top-tier surgeons. Interestingly, Koreans don't hide their surgeries. They're often proud to share their before and after transformations, and families may even support it as a gift for reaching adulthood. But while appearances may change, there's one thing Koreans always hold dear: respect, especially during meals. Elders eat first at the table. In Korean culture, mealtime isn't just about filling your stomach, it's a moment to show respect to elders. One important rule you should always remember when dining with Koreans: No one starts eating before the eldest person at the table. Whether it's grandparents, parents, or simply someone older, they're always given the honor of eating first. This seemingly small act carries deep meaning in terms of tradition and etiquette. Only when the elder picks up their chopsticks can everyone else begin to eat, creating an atmosphere that is both solemn and heartwarming. It's not just about manners, but about how Koreans nurture family bonds. From a young age, children are taught to wait patiently, never rush, and always show respect when dining with older generations. For Koreans, sharing a meal is a way to connect across generations, uphold filial piety, and preserve family order. That's why at every table, respect always comes first. Appearance matters in every situation. In Korea, physical appearance is considered important in nearly every aspect of life, from careers to personal relationships. Though we often hear, "Don't judge a book by its cover," the reality is that a polished image tends to leave a better first impression. Koreans take great care of their looks. Neatly styled hair, clear skin, and tidy clothes all reflect a person's discipline and serious attitude toward life. This applies to both men and women. Students, office workers, and professionals alike strive to maintain a neat appearance every day. When applying for jobs, many companies even require professional headshots along with resumes, as they believe appearance can indicate professionalism and one's ability to fit in. In dating, looks are often the first gateway, strongly influencing chemistry and interaction on dating apps. For Koreans, taking care of one's appearance isn't just about looking good. It's a way of showing respect to others and to oneself. What's your take on the role of appearance in modern society? Do you agree or have mixed thoughts? Share your perspective in the comments. Looks may be polished with care, but there are some numbers that Koreans still avoid at all costs. The "for" button is skipped in elevators. When you step into an elevator in Korea, you might be surprised to see that the number 4 is missing. But don't worry, it's not a technical glitch. This is a unique cultural practice that reflects deeply rooted spiritual beliefs. In Korean, the number 4 is pronounced sa, which sounds very similar to the word for death, or say, leading many people to associate it with bad luck. To avoid negative connotations, many buildings skip the number altogether or replace it with the letter F, short for 4, or simply floor. This small change carries big emotional weight, helping people feel more at ease in shared spaces like apartments, offices, and hospitals. It's not just about superstition, it's also a sign of caring for people's comfort and peace of mind. Even many hotels follow this practice to make their guests feel more relaxed. It's a perfect example of how East Asian beliefs continue to blend smoothly into modern life, and how tiny details can help define Korean cultural identity. I bet you're getting curious now? So let's not wait any longer. Time to uncover the fascinating surprise at number 8. They have dedicated pet cemeteries. Have you ever imagined that in a modern country like South Korea, pets aren't just treated as companions, but are bid farewell like true family members? In Korea, the love for pets, especially dogs and cats, runs deep and sacred. For many people, these animals aren't just pets, but cherished members of the family. And when these little friends pass away, Koreans don't just quietly forget, they honor their memory with dedicated pet cemeteries. In the outskirts of Seoul and some other provinces, you can find carefully maintained pet cemeteries featuring lovely gravestones, fresh flowers, portrait photos, and even heartfelt letters from grieving owners. Each grave tells a story of love, loyalty, and irreplaceable memories. Many families hold small funerals for their pets, inviting loved ones to say goodbye together. Some services include cremation, personalized urns, and even memorial statues, as a way to preserve the spirit of that special friend in their hearts forever. This not only shows compassion, but also reflects a society where love knows no species boundaries, and where emotions are never taken lightly, no matter who they're for. And it's not just after they're gone, even while alive. These little friends are pampered like honored guests. There are luxurious hotels for pets. Think only humans get luxury hotels for vacation. In Korea, four-legged royals also enjoy lavish stays at high-end resorts, known as pet hotels. When owners travel or are away for work, their pets aren't left in cramped spaces. They're treated to modern pet hotels, where each guest gets a private room with a soft bed, air conditioning, cartoons playing on TV, and even 24/7 surveillance cameras, so owners can check in remotely. It doesn't stop there. Pets receive customized meals, attentive care from staff, professional grooming and spa treatments, and access to wide play areas where they can exercise, relax, and make new furry friends. Some premium hotels even offer birthday parties for pets, complete with photo shoots, celebration events, and personalized cakes tailored to each pet's taste. Sounds like something out of a celebrity hotel, right? This shows just how deeply Koreans care for their pets. To them, a dog or cat isn't just an animal, but a beloved family member, deserving of comfort and care even when their human isn't around. If you had the chance, would you let your pet experience this luxurious treatment? Share your thoughts in the comments. Shoes stay outside, even at restaurants. In Korea, taking off your shoes before entering a house or certain public spaces is a long-standing cultural norm. For Koreans, the floor isn't just for walking. It's where people eat, rest, and live. So, keeping it clean is of utmost importance. This custom isn't just practiced at home. You'll find it in traditional restaurants, tea houses, saunas, and Hanok-style venues. At the entrance, there are designated shoe racks or lockers, and sometimes indoor slippers are even provided for guests. Removing your shoes isn't just polite. It's a sign of respect for the shared living space, especially in places with wooden flooring or ondol heating systems, which keep the floor warm. Cleanliness becomes even more essential. Though it may seem like a small gesture, it adds to the cozy, intimate, and peaceful atmosphere, perfectly in line with the Korean lifestyle of subtlety and mindfulness. So if you ever visit, remember to take your shoes off before stepping in. Keeping the floor clean is one way to show respect for the living space. But in Korea, there's also a space reserved, just for emotions. There are crying rooms for stress relief. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by work pressure, on the verge of tears, yet unsure where it's okay to cry? In South Korea, some companies and mental health centers have created a unique and compassionate solution: crying rooms, a private space where you can let it all out without judgment. In Korean society, where life moves fast and stress from school, jobs, and social expectations is ever present, people realize the need for a private place to release bottled-up emotions. Thus, quiet, soundproof rooms were introduced, made just for crying. Inside, you can play sad music, watch emotional videos, and find tissues, soft pillows, dim lighting, and complete privacy. Some even offer mental health support or gentle breathing and meditation guidance to help you recover after a good cry. What's special is this: crying here isn't seen as weakness. It's a brave act of self-care. Many people say they feel lighter, almost reborn, after letting their genuine tears flow. There are restaurants just for the lonely. In a country where modern life often keeps people too busy to socialize, South Korea has come up with a sensitive solution: restaurants specially designed for those dining alone. Instead of feeling awkward sitting solo in a crowd, you're guided to a private booth with dividers, no waitstaff interruptions, and no curious stares. Just you, a hot meal, and comforting silence. These solo dining spots are especially popular in cities like Seoul and Busan, where young professionals live independently, workers are constantly on the move, or someone simply wants a peaceful moment to themselves. It's a dining experience with no pressure, no noise, only taste and personal emotion. Dining alone is now perfectly normal, but you'll be even more surprised by a museum unlike any other in Korea. Yes, there's a museum for urinals. It might sound bizarre, but it's absolutely real. In Suwon, South Korea, there's a unique museum that's all about, you guessed it, toilets and the history of sanitation. Officially named Mr. Toilet House, it was built by a former mayor who is passionate about improving public hygiene. The museum features everything from ancient chamber pots to modern urinals, along with quirky displays and models showing how toilets evolved over time. It's funny, informative, and offers a totally unexpected perspective on something everyone uses but rarely thinks about. A strange but unforgettable stop for curious visitors. Food that looks fake but is totally real. Have you ever looked at a dish and thought, is that even edible? In South Korea, this reaction isn't uncommon. The art of food presentation here is taken to stunning heights. Some dishes look exactly like plastic display models, but are actually real, fresh, and delicious down to the last detail. From kimchi arranged like blooming flowers, noodles layered in perfect spirals, to desserts like rice cakes, fruit jellies, and intricately decorated ice cream. Everything looks like art. Koreans believe that eating is also a visual experience, so great effort is put into plating and aesthetics. When food looks as artistic as it tastes, what if you couldn't see it at all and still had to enjoy it? There's a restaurant where you eat in complete darkness. Ever imagined having a meal where you can't see anything? In South Korea, this isn't just an idea, it's an extraordinary dining experience. When you walk in, the lights are completely off, total darkness. No colors, no visuals. Just sound, aroma, flavor, and your most honest sensations. From the moment you sit down, it's like being temporarily blind, and you're forced to connect with your food through your remaining senses. Specially trained staff guide you equipped with night vision goggles to serve safely in the pitch-black space. Each dish is carefully prepared, and the inability to see it makes you focus deeply on texture, flavor, and even the sound of your own chewing, turning each bite into a surreal and unforgettable moment. This isn't just dinner. It's a thrilling sensory journey that redefines how you eat. A perfect adventure for food lovers seeking something truly out of the ordinary. Dating on live TV. If you think online dating is already bold, imagine meeting a total stranger for the first time on live television. In South Korea, the birthplace of some of Asia's most creative reality shows, the trend of falling in love on TV has captured millions of viewers every episode. In these shows, the participants are real people. Their stories are real, and the emotions are completely genuine. They walk into the studio with nervous excitement and sit face to face with someone they've never met before. Talking, sharing, and getting to know each other, all of it unfolds right in front of an audience holding their breath, watching every glance and expression. It's not just entertainment, it's like a social experiment where you get to witness human connection, vulnerability, and the search for love in the digital age. It's thrilling, tender, and deeply human, a cultural phenomenon that only Korean television can deliver. Human emotions broadcast to the world. Meanwhile, elsewhere in Korea, technology quietly roams the streets, in a form you'd never expect. Robot dogs patrol city parks. As night falls, city parks in Seoul offer more than just fresh air and trees. They're also patrolled by robotic dogs. It may sound like something out of a sci-fi movie, but this is real technology already in use in parts of South Korea's capital. These four-legged robot dogs are programmed to move nimbly, scan their surroundings, detect unusual sounds, and instantly alert control centers or the police if anything suspicious occurs. They're equipped with infrared cameras, sound sensors, and even loudspeakers to issue warnings if needed. It's hard to believe such high-tech guardians are walking among quiet parks, but it's another reminder that Korea is more than just great food and K-pop. It's a symbol of innovation and smart security seamlessly woven into modern urban life. Public monuments that look like body parts. As you stroll the streets of Korea, you might stumble upon sculptures that make you do a double take. Not majestic dragons or heroic historical statues, but hyper-realistic depictions of butts, anuses, or other human and animal body parts. Unapologetically bold and surprisingly detailed. Behind the odd appearance is a deeper message, celebrating the human form, challenging taboos around what's considered ugly or inappropriate, and encouraging people to embrace their natural selves without shame. This is contemporary Korean art at its most daring, unafraid to break traditional beauty standards and bring taboo topics into the open for discussion, reflection, and even appreciation. At first, it may shock you, but the more you look, the more sense it makes. Are you ready to be a little culture shocked, but fall even more in love with Korea? If you found these fascinating facts exciting, don't hesitate to follow and subscribe to the channel. Countless other quirky and inspiring discoveries are waiting for you. Let's explore them together and grow closer to the amazing world we live in, one story at a time.